liked my new intro. I'm back in New York City again, as you can see on my beautiful rooftop downtown. Finally, summer is here and everyone's happy, everyone's outside. Yesterday I was out in Central Park. It was a beautiful, beautiful day. I had a picnic with my friend. I want to show you just a little clip of how amazingly beautiful Central Park is in the summer. Picnic time! Oh, I love summertime. Anyways, it wasn't like that when I arrived here last week. At the end of last week, it was pouring. I mean, I flew in from this to this. So you can imagine I was kind of a little depressed when I saw the weather. And that was the day I was actually interviewing The Rock, which is why I flew here in the first place. The Rock is a part of the Fate of the Furious movie, obviously, which is premiering later this week. And I sat down with him to talk about him being the sexiest man alive, obviously, which he is really excited about. Just look at this. I also have to ask you, because you were just voted the sexiest man alive. Not just, but you were. So
I am.
You
yes.
are still.
For life, yes.
For at least a year. So
that's right.
When you got that phone call, what was like the first thing you were thinking?
Holy shit, is what I thought. That was the first thing I thought. It was very cool. It's cool, you know, because it's a cool thing. It's a fun thing, is what it is, right?
I also spoke to him about being so nice, because I mean, it's rarely that you actually meet people like him that are so incredibly nice. And because he's so nice, I asked him, you know, how does he stay so positive and does he have a motto in life? And I think this is something that we all should learn from. Listen to this.
Yeah, one of the things that always stuck with me that I keep coming back to is I heard when I was 15 years old, it's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice.
Good.
And yeah, it really stuck with me because at 15 that, and now even more so, it's important. Just you know, being nice is literally the easiest part of my job. Just being nice.
Great. So lesson of the week: be nice or be nicer. A lot of you are probably really nice already, but it doesn't hurt to be even nicer. So I'm gonna try my best to be as nice as I possibly can.
I will beat you like a Cherokee drum.
I also met with Michelle Rodriguez, which I am a big fan of. She's also so incredibly cool. I only got to ask her like one question, because I asked her about what she feels about, you know, female power. Because the movie Fast and Furious is obviously about a lot of testosterone and masculinity and manpower. So I asked her, you know, what her feelings are about, you know, where women are today and, you know, feminism and things like that. And she gave me the longest answer, like a 3-minute long answer about what she feels about women's rights.
The deep question is, you know, can the human species survive without the soft power? And because women have always been, and the guys are like, it's just like, it's like waiting for a little boy to grow up and become a man and be grown up enough to accept feminine energy, you know, for its benefits, and understand how powerful soft power is.
So you can look forward to watching that one. It will come out soon on my channel. Okay guys, so these are some of the questions that you asked me after my last vlog. One is from Anna's World, that's her username. You're asking me, motorbike. You're asking me if I come from a big place in Norway and if I ever miss it, or if I thought it was really quiet there and that's why I moved away. I do come from Oslo, which is the capital, is the main city in Norway. So, but it's not really a big city in terms of other, you know, world big cities. There's not that many people living in Norway. You know, it's only 5 million people in the whole country of Norway. So it's not a big country. And I love, you know, I love adventures and I love people, I love cities, I love all this life and energy, and that's why I fell in love with New York. And I have to say something, after watching Sex and the City, I just like wanted to live in this city for some reason. Then I have another question from Eduardo Silva. Is that right? Eduardo Silva. You were asking me if I could ask some celebrities about if they actually miss their anonymity after they became famous. And you know what? I actually asked someone that recently. It's a great question. And I asked Michael Fassbender about it. And this is what he said.
Has your life changed a lot, or because you kind of lost your anonymity now? I guess.
Anonymity, yeah.
Yes,
It's not really that bad, to be honest. I mean, definitely it affects, how you sort of can, what you can do, in terms of sort of going out or being in public, people recognizing you and sort of things like that. That changes things for sure. But for the most part, it's not so bad. I fly under the radar most of the time.
I will actually keep asking people that question because I think it's a really, really interesting and great question. So thank you for that. Please come up with more questions like that. And then there is a question from a Norwegian girl who sent me a question in Norwegian, Rose Ravnen. She asked me about how I react when people are rude to me. It has happened a couple of times that I've been in situations with celebrities where they're not being very nice. And I have to tell you that sometimes you just have to bite your teeth together and say, you know what? This has nothing to do with me. It's about them. And they either have to show off that they have a big ego or they're just having a bad day. And it's hard though, because when people are rude to you, you kind of want to put them in place. But that will kind of ruin maybe my opportunities to meet that person again or interview them again, even though if they've been rude, I probably don't want to interview them again. And this has happened, and you know which person I'm talking about, but I'm not going to get that much more into that specific incident. But yes, it's hard, but sometimes in life, that's, I think, something that I've learned the older I get is sometimes you just have to take the shit, So, Rose Ravnen, I thank you again for that question, and I hope it doesn't happen again very soon that I'll get in that situation. But I'm so happy that you supported me in that. Thank you so much. Martina Alexi asked me if I've interviewed my favorite actor, and you know what? I think I have so many favorite actors, but I have to say the one time I was a little bit starstruck was when I interviewed Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh.
Nothing exciting.
Kjersti, Flaa,
Warm.
Speed.
So I find him so intelligent and kind of a little intimidating, but he's so freaking talented. I mean, everything that he does, he's just amazing. I remember the first movie I watched with him, which was What's Eating Gilbert Grape, where he was playing a young boy, or the brother of Johnny Depp, I don't remember, but I thought that he had mental disabilities when I watched the movie because he was so good in that role. And then he kind of became this hot sex symbol. Leonardo DiCaprio is really one of my favorites out there, and I'm always excited to see what he's doing next. I was actually just watching his documentary on the plane, which is amazing. You should all watch that. It's about the environment and how global warming is destroying the world. And he's so engaging. He's so engaged in that, and that's something that I also really like about him. Okay guys, that was it for this time. Thank you again for coming back to my channel. I love you. I appreciate your support so much. You have no idea. And please come back again. And please put your reactions in the comment section. And please spread the love. And as The Rock said, be nice. It's very important in life to be nice to people. And it's going to get you places. So always remember that. And I'll see you next Wednesday.